Hi everyone, it's me, Woat, and it is once again time for some Final Fantasy Randomizer Spring Tournament action here in the bracket stage. And hopefully people can hear me, because otherwise this is awkward.
Yeah, I hope people can hear us right now as well, because otherwise that's just going to be real weird, us commentating into the void.
Okay, there you are.
Yeah, I had some issues with push to talk there for a second.
That's why I don't even bother with it. Anyway, so, hi there, SpeedGaming 3. We've got a pair of parties for you tonight. You know, so the same party. These are forced parties.
I love these parties. It's a wonderful, wonderful gift to us for May the Forced.
Oh, it's so good. So, here in the bracket stage of the tournament, we have introduced class malices in addition to blessings, truly bringing the blurst nature of everything to bear. And in this case, we got some good ones tonight. Black belts have an agility bonus and a strength penalty, so black belts are perfectly happy. Fighters get extra HP but cannot equip ribbons. And red mages get bonus vitality, but start the seed with 1 hit point.
Yeah, they start the seed with a stiff breeze getting ready to knock them over.
Hey, Garland might actually get to knock a fool down today.
I don't know about that. It depends upon how lucky they get.
Okay. In any case, I do enjoy Rubes' decision to go with a Back to the Future naming scheme.
McFly!
And I have no idea what Angel's doing, but you know what? We'll roll with it, because they are rolling. So I'm going to admit outright, I did take a peek at what's available in Canaria, and there's a couple of nice little surprises, like that spell. It is utterly unlearnable.
We've heard you want to learn Fade. Too bad.
Yeah, no, that second slot in white magic, first level, is inaccessible to both the red mage and the knight, even after class promotion. So that Fade just gets to sit there the entire seed, with us well aware, oh, we could have the second best damage.
Yeah, I mean, at least they get Lightning 3, so there's
and Quake.
Some kind of a sweeper for them.
Yeah, they've got Lightning 3, Quake, and Lock available at that first level black magic, so it's not the end of the world. It's just, you can see it from there.
Yeah, it's not the end of the world, but I still feel fine.
Yeah. Now, we did have some +3 wooden armor available in Canaria. So that's going to be nice in the early game, just to kind of give this party a little bit of longevity, since the one thing we didn't really see was much in the way of curative magic.
What's a cure?
It's this thing that gives you back 30 HP, but it doesn't matter when your party's made of tissue, except for the fighter.
Yeah, the fighter at least is a bit meaty, so, you know, at least they can toss him up front and keep him absorbing some hits until they decide to kill everything in level 1 of the black belts, or, I don't know, maybe somebody will be crazy and level... Oh,
hey, Gersharks!
Yeah, Rubes making an introduction of one of the new flags set for the spring tournament round of 64. Monster in a box.
Sorry, that 79 damage on that 1 HP red mage.
Hold still while I crush you.
Now, the bright side to it is that plus 40 vitality is going to eventually make that red mage fairly beefy.
It just has to survive at least one fight first, and it doesn't seem to be having much luck with that.
Well, that's the thing about when you're fighting larger groups of enemies, is they get a lot more chance to decide to just delete your red mage. But he makes it through and immediately gets jumped by a creep.
Yeah, I mean, he's got the XP as long as he can escape. Alright, looks like Rubes got out, found the tail, pretty much useless to them unless they do decide to do something. And, wow, the royalty is absolute jerks. 2,000 years ago, someone stole Matoya's crystal, and they've just been hoarding it since then.
I mean, it's not necessarily Matoya's crystal, it's just a crystal Matoya can use.
She says that her crystal was stolen.
Yeah, her crystal was stolen, and we found an adequate replacement. I lost my glasses on the side of a mountain one time. I got new ones. That doesn't mean I got my old ones back, I just got things that made me able to see.
Nah, my headcanon says that they stole it 2,000 years ago, and Matoya's a lot older than she looks. And yes, another change with this flag is there's no more bridge. You want to go to Provoca? You got to go the long way around, or hope you get the ship, which they didn't.
Mm-hmm. I mean, it could have been in that Gershark shark chest.
Nah, incentive item can't be blocked by monsters.
Bold of you to assume the bridge is an incentive item.
It is. It's, you know, if it's a capitalized item that plays the jingle, it is a key item. No, key items, I should say, can't be blocked.
There we
go.
Box. Oh.
Yeah.
The bridge is never an incentive item, but it is a key item. There you go.
Yeah, I've made that mistake before, thinking that the bridge was an incentive item. Popped into the Discord and was like, hey, I think I found a broken thing, and then found out, no, I was a victim of the troll bridge.
Yeah. So Rube's making good use of the fact that the first tile you step onto and off of when you touch a river, you do not get encounters on. Ooh.
Yeah, making... Yeah, at least... Go ahead.
I was going to say, confusion available in 3rd level black magic.
I was more interested by the zap, but that's because I kind of like zapping things. And, ooh, Bane Arachnids. Thanks for pointing that out, Groggy Dog. I had missed that one.
Yeah. So, no, the reason I point out confusion is I'm one of those people who likes knowing he has the option of dealing with carry early. Which is unlikely to come up in this flag set, but we do have 2 black belts in Vulcan. Very good place to raise a black belt. So there is always the possibility that we may wind up with like a black belt red mage grind.
I wouldn't be surprised about that, and I mean, I can also agree with the using Confuse to potentially do an early carry, because that's also just funny to watch her smack herself.
Oh, absolutely. Like, it's one of those things you just have to keep in mind. You can always status carry. She can be terrifying, but you can smack her with status effects, and that is our ship.
Yep, so they at least have the easier ways to get around. But, you know, he's still going to have to deal with that river system for a little bit more.
I mean, it depends. You know, the pirates could give us the canal. Provoca could be selling the floater.
Well, he'd have to go get the ship, and right now the ship's going to be at the Elfland dock. And, ooh, hey, Angel finding the TNT in Marsh Top.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, gonna go ahead and finish clearing this out. Yeah, I'm generally even once you find the incentive item, which, as you know, in this flag set, the incentive items can be in any chest in the incentivized dungeon. I'm generally a fan of at least finishing clearing out the chests on your present floor with a few exceptions.
I can get behind that. I've been taken to doing that a lot myself. And I'm also just realizing we are 8 minutes in. I don't think we've actually introduced ourselves. So,
I think we tried to at the beginning, but you weren't, your push-to-talk issues made me not entirely sure that you were alive, so I was a little bit hesitant, but hi everyone, I'm Woat.
and I am Hate13. And this is, well, the Final Fantasy Spring Tournament bracket round with rubes000 versus Angel FM.
In all fairness, Big Slamu, who apparently is who the Red Mage slam on Angel FM's, Red Mage started with 1 HP in this seed. Angel really didn't have much of a choice in whether or not you died.
Yeah, if something looked at you funny for the first little bit, you would fall over.
Yeah,
The fact that you've got double-digit hit points is a great improvement now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so Rubes is immediately going to go pick up his ship. I don't hate this play. You have to go over to Provoca. Excuse me. Scope out your magic options a little bit more. We already know that third level magic's a little bit situational.
It's there. It's not the greatest. It's not the worst.
I mean, alright, so Zap is very handy on low magic defense enemies, because nothing's going to have a resistance to it, and if it weren't for the fact that Zap has the accuracy of a 5-year-old with a Nerf gun who just spun around in a chair a bunch of times, that would be great.
Yeah, Zap was away when the devs were handing out accuracy.
Yeah, but, like I said, that confusion spell is also very handy for dealing with Carry 1 if you wind up in a situation where you need to suspend her behavior. We have lazy dwarves.
Stupid lazy dwarves.
What do you mean, stupid lazy dwarves? It's only stupid if the blacksmith has the key.
He's got the herb. That's almost as bad. And Rube's finding some giants hiding in a box in Matoya's cave.
Mm-hmm.
Big giants. Tiny little box.
I mean, they do kind of have a genie look going for them.
Yeah, and saving himself 11k for, checking those chests at least. Getting getting one of those pro ring -3.
Yeah. It's one of those things you're not very fond of seeing a pro ring with a penalty, but you take it.
Pro ring's a pro ring. I mean, it's better if it doesn't weigh you down by, what did this roll at? -5. Great. So it's a pro ring that is made out of lead.
I mean, lead blocks death rays.
Well, up to a point. It also helps you fall into enemy attacks a little bit more, but
Well, yeah, but that pro ring wasn't going to help you with death touch attacks anyway.
True point. All right, Angel going in to visit the prince and slap him awake with whatever herb he's got. I don't imagine him actually grinding it up and eating it. He's just sitting there smacking the prince with the herb.
I don't think that's ever how you're supposed to use herbs medically. No.
Herbs, switch, whatever.
We do have Fire 2 at level 2. I missed that earlier. Or level 3. And, Cure 4. Actually learnable.
And even usable, surprisingly. And Nuke at level 2.
Okay. And fast.
And fast.
I'm not a fan of that. Life's also available. Alright, so our magic situation isn't terrible. We've got Life, Temper, Cure 4, Fast, and Nuke all available.
Yep, could be a heck of a lot worse.
Yeah, now this is this is a reasonable situation. Really, the worst part is that, you have to balance throwing those nukes out along with your fast availability, but realistically, that means you probably will wind up with 4 to 6 nuke casts for Temple of Fiends Revisited, and you just conserve your fast shots for whoever your main damage dealer is on Kraken 2, Tia 2, and Chaos.
Yeah. And the pirates were holding on to the floater, so I guess he was playing it being Sky Pirates.
Hey, we'd have been the greatest sky pirates that ever wandered this earth, if it weren't for the fact that we don't actually have a boat to get over to the airship. So I guess you can have this.
Yeah, and we don't have canoes either. We just don't know how to get down to that desert down there.
Canoes are a kind of boat. A big enough canoe is a seafaring vessel. Yar.
It's a true point. Now, a survivable seafaring vessel, that's a different matter.
Boat building is a complicated and time-honored tradition.
So is sinking them.
However, I will say that Sleepy Osser, with the Sky Captain of the World of Tomorrow reference there, with Captain Sky in the world of 2,000 years ago, I approve.
I'd give you a clap, except, well, then I'd have to use my other hand, and that takes me off of push to talk.
See, that's why I don't bother with push to talk. Also because, I gesticulate when I talk. Obviously, you guys can't see that, but I do. And push to talk just cramps my ability to talk.
Can't talk if you're not moving your hands. I can understand that. But yeah, 14 minutes and Rubes is into the sky. So that's actually pretty good for given the garbage fire that I was half expecting from looking at these classes. Oh, and it turns out Sarda is useless.
I mean, that's 4 free chests.
Yeah, okay, 4 free chests and 5% additional XP, but yes, still not something you really like seeing.
I mean, look at it this way. Would you rather get the ruby out of Sarda, or after a particularly vicious ordeals where you got lost in the pillar maze for 5 minutes?
I would honestly prefer to get out of ordeals because that meant I've spent 5 minutes walking around and finding things and killing them. But that's because I like killing the monsters. You know.
That's why I call it a vicious ordeals. One of those ones where it's like, oh, bulls have thunder and Medusas have ambush and stun touch. Oh, and did I mention that the Nightmare Spike tile had iron goals on it?
I actually wouldn't mind that. That being said, I wouldn't mind that as a commentator. As a runner, I would hate that seed.
Right. So that's what I'm saying, is would you rather see the ruby at the end of that, or at Sarda? At least now you know your suffering is more likely to turn up something you want.
Yeah.
Actually, we now know that any suffering from this point forward is going to have something we want. Because we've found the ruby in the tail already. Everything else is good.
Yeah. And also, I do have to shout out Lord of the Synth for the comment of that the real pirates all along have been the Argoyles.
It took me a minute to get that one, I will be honest.
As long as you got it eventually. And it looks like Rubes is going back for vengeance on those sharks now, especially since that red mage has gotten nice and meaty for him.
Yeah. That is the advantage of that plus 40 vitality.
Starts off as a, very thin roll of wet toilet paper, turns into a giant wall of meat.
Just throw the red mage in front. It's fine.
Just tank it by absorption. Just sits there, and it's like a gummy bear where you just keep stabbing it and stabbing it and stabbing it, and it doesn't do any damage, or doesn't seem to do any damage.
Listen, ablative. The key word in ablative shielding is the shielding part.
Oh,
okay,
exactly.
the ablative part is also key, but the shielding.
Yeah. Oh no, that's the whole point of the meat shield. Is it's there just to be a shield.
But yeah, right now we kind of have Angel following the path that Rubes has already trod, since Angel opted to do the Marsh Cave dive and followed it around for a minute on its merry course, whereas Rubes went straight to Crescent and was rewarded with the ship that went to the floater. But he is going to need to go make that trip into the Marsh Cave soon enough.
Yeah, eventually he will. I believe Rubes knows where the TNT is hiding in there, or maybe I'm just entirely misremembering.
Nah, Rubes hasn't been over there yet. He followed the ship to Provoca, got the floater, went straight to the floater, and has been flying around.
All right, yeah. So the voices in my head were just entirely mistaken, and thinking I saw him dive into Marsh and then get ripped apart by it. So, it's...
I mean, he very well might have been. I might be the crazy one here.
Either way, one of us is nuts. It's fine.
Oh, hey, there's the crown. I don't know if we saw that earlier.
I don't believe we did.
Yeah, it looked like a crown for like 46k in Elfland. So.
Well, here's hoping you don't actually need that for anything useful, because
I mean, at this point, the only thing that wouldn't be useful that's still on the table is what? Let me pull up the incentive items real quick to make sure I'm not crazy. Yeah, I'm pretty sure at this point the only things that you wouldn't want to see are like the canal and the white, or even the white shirt. Like, if the crown leads to canal, that's not useful. That's about the only thing that you don't want to see.
Yeah, because, I mean, the bottle could be not so grand as well, but that would only be, like, if the bottle led to something useless.
Well, alright, so, by way of explanation, for folks who might not be aware. So we have 20 incentive locations and 20 incentive items in the pool. So anything that's important, i.e., like Kate said before, things that have a jingle associated with them, will lead to something. Either another key item or one of the two incentivized pieces of gear we have in the form of the power gauntlet or in the white shirt. There are 3 items that are less useful for this party. The tail isn't going to be useful with these 2 black belts. The ruby, since we have an early airship, and the canal, since we have an early airship. Actually, the canal's got to be in the ice cave, doesn't it?
No, I mean, the canal could be from the crown.
Yeah, you're right. All right, so there. Okay, So I think I've successfully talked myself into your point of view. That crown has a very high chance of being a bonk. And Groggy points out there is also the Canaria Treasury, so there is a 1 in 3 chance that that crown leads to nothing.
Rubes, the airship is meant for air, not the water. Don't try and land it in the water. They're going to raise your airship insurance rates again.
Okay, look. The airship was perfectly water-worthy when it was made. You try keeping from developing leaks when you're buried in a desert for, hundreds, if not thousands of years.
Well, yeah, that's why you don't want to land it in the water anymore, because it's not good for water anymore.
Well, it would be if the Light Warriors could take a moment to get their ship repaired.
Yeah, but that sounds like effort. Uh,
Well, no. You pay someone else to do it.
yeah, but then you gotta get the money for it. And then it's just,
You know it's a really valuable resource you have at hand that you're not going to use anymore? That other ship.
Yeah, if only you could slap the helicopter. Oh, Angel finding the worst trap tile.
I think doesn't that confirm that we have A-sides tonight?
Yeah,
or not A-sides, but vanilla trap tiles tonight?
Yeah, I think that is the ace, or there isn't. Bleh. I think that I have lost the ability to speak temporarily.
Yeah.
Please hold on while my brain reboots.
Yeah. Ooh, that's flame +2.
That's fairly decent armor, yeah.
That'll carry you through the Temple of Fiends if you need it to.
Yeah, if you don't find anything better, then yeah, I mean that's pretty much endgame armor. I mean, it's not the best endgame armor, but it is perfectly viable.
I mean, with that +2, you're probably within I think you're only within a few points of where, like, Opal armor sits vanilla.
Yeah, I think, and I could be wrong on this, I think that a flame armor +2 is going to be a 38 or a 40 absorb, and vanilla Opal, I think, is 40 or 46. I can never remember the specific number on that one.
Yeah, well, Angel continues to try and figure out where on Earth the Pillar Maze goes. Our lack of warp hurts a little bit.
Yeah, it's always going to be number 4 if you want it to be anything near. Oh, and Rubes found a box with a bunch of cats in there that are putting his party to sleep and then eating them.
As you do. Okay, so vanilla Opal armor is 42, vanilla flame armor is 34 absorb. So that flame armor +2 is going to be 38 absorb. So yeah, about 4 points less than vanilla Opal armor. I'm genuinely surprised I guessed that.
Yeah. Oof. Angel's hitting that third block again and getting sent right back to the start. And Rubes showing why Schrodinger put his cat in a box and never opened it.
I mean, okay, given that these cats do have the ability to cast Dark, would Schrodinger's cat even be able to observe the quantum state?
The cat can always observe itself. Now, it can't report on those observations, not unless we find a way to actually talk to cats without going just and trying to summon them.
But I was making a joke about how the Dark spell, blind. Come on, work with me here.
I know. I just have to. I have to be contrarian because the voices in my head won't let me not be.
No, you don't. There's nothing obliging you to be contrarian.
No, the voices in my head are.
No, there's nothing obliging you.
Yeah, I know, but still, the voices in my head say I must. Occasionally.
Oh, hey, there's the bridge.
Oh, yeah, Rubes finding the troll bridge. And a box full of zombie dragons.
Ooh, this could be tasty. It depends on how much HP they rolled.
And what other doom they rolled. Oh, they rolled less than 308 hit points. And they didn't do anything damaging to him or painful to him, so yay. And he found a wooden shield being guarded by 4 zombie dragons.
Okay, look.
I think that's a little overkill.
Okay, look, here's the thing. Do you know what you can do with a wooden shield? You can break it into quite a few stakes. Sunsword -2. Not great, but you can throw it on that red mage and at least, have him do something.
Yeah, I've seen much worse swords. I've used much worse swords for, some of my more horrendous runs. Not proud of those swords.
I mean, sometimes you go to war with the sword you've got.
Yep. And it looks like Rubes has decided to beat up those frost dragons because they're kind of made of paper as well. They get less than 150 hit points.
Yeah, they don't hit very hard. and they're very easy to bully. I don't necessarily hate it. I'm not sure that this is going to be a great source of XP, but he may be after the money.
Yeah, it looks like currently getting 965 per light warrior for it, so total of about 2,800 per. It's not the greatest XP, but it's still something to get you through.
Yeah, but I mean, you are also getting over 3,000 gold per dragon, so Rubes may be thinking about that crown.
That's a true point.
Because I think he's gotten everything else that we've seen that makes you actually want it.
Yeah, I don't remember if he reset out of the slab from the prince or not. I remember seeing him talk to the prince, but yeah, I don't remember if he reset out afterwards.
Sorry? He's got it. I can see it in his inventory. So.
Okay, good. Apparently today is the memory, where's the mind like a steel trap where things go in, get mangled, and don't quite come out right.
See, I prefer, my mind is like a steel trap. Rusty and illegal in 38 states.
I'm probably going to steal that one and use that at some point, not gonna lie.
I stole it from, like, I don't even remember where I stole it from. I even been, like, Reader's Digest or something, but... No, by all means, take it, run with it. Or don't run with it because it's a steel trap, and that seems like a bad thing if you trip.
As long as it's not set.
Yeah. Rubes does have enough money for the crown. It looks like where he's heading. So.
And it looks like Angel pulled the chime out of ordeals, and is probably heading to Onrak now.
Yeah, I don't hate it.
Yeah, make that waterfall dive, see what you get out of there, maybe check those chests and hope for a ribbon or a masa. Stop by and maybe buy some houses if they have them for sale, because, oof, they look hurting right now.
Yeah, a little bit. Just a touch.
And it's better.
Rubes is going to go find out what we are going to get from the kindly old king today.
It looks like I think I saw a white shirt -1.
Your eyes are way faster than mine. But we'll get confirmation here in a moment as soon as Astos is dead.
Turn him into a pile of meat. Alright. Survey says white shirt -1. Alright, wow, I am surprised I actually saw that right.
Yeah. Alright, so... I believe with that information, we are not going to see Rubes go into Ice Cave unless he is forced to.
Yeah, because Corneria Locked is, gold +3 for 30k, not bad.
Yeah, we've got Canaria Locked and Ice Cave as our last two Inner Sea incentive locations. And one of them has to contain the canal by the sanity checkers logic. So, basically, unless Ice Cave has the key, well, okay.
Yeah, if Ice Cave, if Corneria Locked has the canal, he's going to have to dive Ice Cave. If Corneria Locked doesn't have the canal, you are lucky, and then you don't, or then he can, and he's lucky and he doesn't have to deal with Ice Cave. # never ice.
Yeah, I think Ice Cave would need to have the key for him to have to do both locations. Or at least have to do the locations in the order of Ice, then Canaria Castle.
And looks like the robot has been holding on to a fairy in a bottle. So let's see. Ice Cave could have, if Corneria Locked has the canal, then Ice Cave can contain anything except for, well, the key at this point. Because we haven't seen the Oxyale, we haven't seen the rod, we haven't seen the cube, we haven't seen the loot.
Yeah, I think where I was going with that is just there's no chance he's going to wind up having to do any kind of a Shaggy Dog story with ice. Well, no, there are a few ways. Basically, if you guys want to see the runners suffer, pray for something. Pray for Canal and Ice, but the runners needing to find one other key item first. Or something. I don't know. I give up.
I'm just trying to think what the most evil setup would be, because I could think of them having everything except for the cube and not having gone to Mirage. But I can imagine them going to Mirage, hoping for a cube hiding in Mirage, and not finding it. Like,
no, okay. So the key in Mirage Tower with the cube and Ice Cave, but they check Canaria first and get the canal.
Oh, I'm thinking more of the power bonk in Sky Tower, because that way they'd have. Actually, my logic is not working right now. I just want to see something painful for them, because I mean,
that is our job as commentators, is to wish ill upon the runners for the entertainment of the audience.
The audience? No. This is for my own personal entertainment.
Well, okay. Look, the key to good entertainment is to do what you find funny, and just count on finding the audience as you go. Anyway.
Ooh, and Groggy pointing out that it looks like Angel forgot to turn in that crystal. That could be less than pleasant, because that means Angel won't be able to get to Earth, and hopefully he remembers he hasn't turned the crystal in.
I mean, the nice thing is that the word crystal is going to be sitting in his inventory, and so hopefully he remembers the essential rule of, if you feel like you did something, open your inventory and see if that thing is still there. Because if it is, you didn't do it.
And looks like it's Rube's turn to spend some time in the maze.
But by that same token, I don't necessarily hate skipping Matoya, at least for the moment, because, again, with those inner sea checks, you know one of them must be the canal. And while Angel doesn't have Rubes' certainty that it's in one of two locations, I think, let's see, he's still got the Crown, Matoya, Ice Cave, and Key Lock Canary. So he knows that one of those four is likely to have the canal. So I can see skipping Matoya temporarily on the basis of, let's get some more key items in and kind of get my bearings on what I still need to do in the inner sea.
Yeah, I could also understand potentially skipping on Matoya until you've got the key, because then you can hit up Corneria Locked and Matoya when you're, in the same area for it.
Yeah, I hadn't even thought about the routing possibilities there, so.
And eventually Angel's going to be showing us what the fairy's holding on to at the bottom of the lake, because,
okay.
he's popped that bottle and is at Gaia.
Look, sometimes it's just a good idea to go shopping in an isolated mountain village.
Yeah, who knows what you'll find. In this case, he found some silver armor with some pluses on it. That's, it's protection. Ooh, and Angel finding the cube.
Ooh. So, right now, the only theme dungeons Angel can get into are the Volcano and Mirage, and he is making the Mirage play.
And, no, Angel hasn't found Erdrick's armor yet. If only.
So, I like this. I'm a big advocate of, if you have the right spells, go into Sky as early as possible.
Sky provides. There's been more than a few times on stuff I've been running where it's like, I've gone into Sky and, hey, look, I've come out with 2 ribbons and a masa.
Yeah, well, in this case, we've got a red mage who knows Lit 3 and Nuke at first and second level, respectively. That will clear out most of the problems in Sky, and he's got enough shots of it now to where he can do the, clear out Mirage 1, go out, restore your MP, go up, do Mirage 2. If you need to, go back down, or reset out, whatever. Hey, an X-Cal.
X count -3. I mean, it's still good to use for everything except chaos.
Yeah. No, that's going to be, let me see, what is it going to be in terms of damage output? Yeah, it's a plus 20 damage bonus against everything. But yeah, as Groggy's pointing out, that is going to hurt your crit chance with that, but we're finding some good reasons to use that tail.
Yeah, and honestly, with X-Cal, I'm generally, like, if I'm using X-Cal, I'm not counting on it for the crits. I'm counting on it just for the sheer raw damage.
Yeah. So, we've got a kind of rough-looking part of this encounter table, I'm going to just point out.
Yeah, it could be worse. It could be, step, encounter, step, encounter, step, encounter.
That's what I'm saying. I think Angel's gotten to, 3 fights just trying to get up this right side of Mirage 2.
Ew.
From the stairs to about 2 o'clock.
Looks like Rubes is doing a red steak grind out in the desert. Save, eat a steak, save, eat a steak.
Yeah. I mean, that's the nice thing about Rarity Shuffle being on a per zone basis. You can come out to these high value areas and kind of, if you know about where the overworld encounter zones meet, you can very easily fish for a good fight.
Yeah, and it's especially good if you have a quick encounter off of a hard reset, because that just means it's like, okay, save, reset, take a couple of steps. Ooh, looks like Rube's finding a blue steak.
Mm-hmm. Angel finding a bunch of really crappy swords.
Oh, and the blue steak is not that meaty either. Ooh. That's a good tender looking grind.
Yeah, I'm not sure Rubes is entirely sure where that T-Rex was, but you know that he's probably going to go fishing for it again in a bit.
Oh yeah. He's finding more red steaks though.
Yeah. So, for the folks who are wondering what on earth we're on about with encounter zones and resets and all that crap, basically the way that Final Fantasy I works is there is an internal table full of numbers, and whenever a given map, you take a step. Alright, when you're on a map where you can have random encounters, when you take a step, it advances a step in that table. And the map goes, hey, is this number below, let's say, 10? And the game goes, no or yes. If it says yes, you get into a fight. And what that fight is going to depend on how the encounters are laid out on that map and where you are in the table and all that good stuff. Long story short, though, we know where on the overworld you have different groups of encounters where, when it goes to see, hey, what fight are they going to get into, it can be different. So that's what Rubes was doing in the desert, was running around checking all of the different encounter zones to find something like that T-Rex. And, while I was kind of rambling a little bit, Rubes did go down to Lefane to turn it in and get something.
Yeah, I unfortunately didn't see what it was either, and looks like our tracker missed it as well.
I mean, let's let anyone do commentary these days.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Well, I'm sure we'll see what it is here eventually.
Oh, I think it might have been the key in Rubes' inventory.
Oh, that would make sense.
We'll see. He'll probably use a house outside of the waterfall.
Yeah.
No, wait, never mind. I didn't see it. I think.
Yeah, I'm not sure either. Burning up some encounters. It very well could have been the power bonk because it was a pretty quick turn in. And with that quick of a turn in, it wouldn't have been one of the items that plays a jingle, so that would have left the power bonk, or he got Loopa-Looped. But I don't think he got Loopa-Looped.
Yeah, I think he went and turned in that slab shortly after we had the conversation about whether or not Angel had the slab. I don't know.
Yeah, it'll all come out in the wash. We'll see it eventually. Thank you, Jed.
All right, thank you, Jed Levi, in chat for helping us out there. Okay, so it must have been the ruby that I saw and was like, was that the key? So yeah, it's looking like we don't have any new key items based on that list: crown, ruby, rod, floater, chime, tail. So I think you're right. I think that was the power bonk, which would explain why we all missed it.
Yeah.
And Ferran Burgundy with the instant replay booth review.
Honestly, I was getting ready to do that myself, but, I'm being lazy because I'm enjoying just watching it and making smart aleck comments.
Well, I mean, that's what they pay us for.
Pay?
Exactly. If they want me to be a professional, I'm going to need some professional incentivization.
Yeah, man. Yeah, with the power bonk.
I kid, of course.
McFly has the power bonk +1.
Yeah. I absolutely kid, of course. We love you, SpeedGaming.
Yes, love you, SpeedGaming. Love you, community. Thank you for letting us come on and, make fools of ourselves and have fun doing it. At least I have fun doing it. I don't know about everyone else, but, I'm the only one that matters to me.
Oh, I have fun doing it. The real question is if everyone else can endure the puns.
Meh.
Alright, but yeah, so... Tasty Gas D.
Just make sure you don't have any matches around it. It might explode.
Either that or you just need to be careful about how you're modifying XP rewards.
True point.
The 4 Gas D encounter, for folks who are unaware, actually gives so much experience that the developers of the randomizer had to come up with an alternative way to increase experience rewards, because otherwise the Gas D encounter just broke the XP calculations.
Gotta love the overflow.
Yeah. So it was one of those things. That's why the randomizer, instead of boosting how much XP monsters give, generally just changes how much experience you need to gain levels. Oh hey, there's the Maza. It's -3.
That's still a pretty good... Oh, and a Katana -4. Where's the thief? Katana's generally only rolled that low when there's actually a thief in the seed.
I actually called a seed last week with a ninja in it and a Katana +5.
The devil you say?
It happens! I know! I was as surprised as anyone!
And last time I had anything like that was when I was sitting in chat and called an X-Cal -5 and a Katana +5 because there were a couple of knights and no ninjas. Man,
Is that the second time that Angel's been taken out by those friggin' slimes?
I think so. Those slimes are evil.
So, I don't actually know if we've seen the incentive item in Sky yet.
I don't think we have, because Angel has been eaten by slime each time. See if Rubes has any better luck or not.
Well, also, we've been using Angel's audio, so if he had found the incentive item, we now know it would have been something that would have done the da-da-da-da-da-da.
That would mean we'd have to be paying attention to the audio.
I pay attention to the audio.
It's background noise for me. It eventually just gets tuned out, like Christmas music.
Nah, it's one of those things I do actually tend to be pretty decent at picking out sudden changes in the audio. So, I would have noticed. So.
Yeah, I'm one of those people where music just kind of, if it's present and omnipresent, it'll just turn kind of into a background noise that's just there.
Angel getting turn order on the slimes.
And getting a nuke off, getting actually to take some vengeance on those slimes for a couple of people. And now it's time for him to spend, a minute and a half shotgunning potions.
So, alright, here's the question of the hour for you, Hate. At what point do you say to yourself, you know what, maybe Ice Cave isn't so bad?
When there is absolutely nothing else left to check for me, I just hate Ice Cave. Yeah. Hashtag never ice. That being said, I might, run away from the slimes and go anywhere else for a little bit. Pick up some stuff there.
Yeah, I mean, the problem is, I think at this point, our remaining progression is locked behind the incentive item.
Yep, it's gotta be.
So, we have to endure the slimes to find it.
Because, yeah, it's either going to be the loot, the oxyale, or the key. And all three things are needed. Keep digging.
I don't think it's going to be it's going to be the loot, because I think we don't have access to C yet.
True. Very true.
I think. Okay, I think it's got to be oxyale or key, leading to oxyale. Possibly. Actually, no. Okay, so it could be oxyale or key, with it leading to the canal. And then we have to dive ice in order to get access to the other location, which holds our loot. I think that's the worst case scenario at this point for these runners.
I like it.
Light Axe +2. That's one of the better
slimes again.
That's possibly the second best weapon we have at this point. Second or third best.
Oh, hey, at least Angel has some stone, or has some softs, and survived that slime encounter. Could pop on out and soften up that fighter again.
Yeah. So, for the folks who aren't overly familiar with the Final Fantasy I randomizer, here is your pro tip of the day. Buy softs. Or buy the soft spell.
Always have something to remove petrification, because there are too many things that will suddenly pop up and go, you turn to stone, and you turn to stone.
And let's not forget all of the fact that I believe we still have randomized status touches on. So there is a non-zero chance that you will encounter multiple enemies who have stone touch, on top of all the abilities that turn characters to stone.
I long for the day that the Gurmedusas get stone touch on a seed that I'm calling.
Okay, the Gurmedusas of death were pretty bad already, Hate.
Okay, yeah, I wasn't there for that one, unfortunately.
I wasn't in the booth, but I was definitely watching it. It was... For the folks who have no idea what I'm referring to, A couple of spring tournaments back, we had a race where two runners encountered the Medusa enemy, which does actually pop up on the floor that Angel's on, who had Death Touch. Medusas, if you don't know, generally get roll somewhere between 9 and 12 hits. And touch attacks roll against your magic defense every time an enemy hits you. And Medusas on the earth floor of the final dungeon come in packs between 5 and 7. So, oh, and they had ambush in that seed. So yeah. Yeah, those runners did not have much of a chance.
Oh, and Angel finding a ribbon up on Sky 3 because Sky provides. And to answer M. Keystone's question in chat, the Monster in a Box started with the round of 3264. So basically this past week.
Yeah. Starman Zero also reminding us in chat that said Medusas also had Blaze if you somehow managed to survive the death touches.
I wish I had seen that.
Yeah. And to answer the question in chat, yeah, it was Will Cleosis, and I think it was Tristal? I want to say it was Tristal was the other runner, because basically Will Cleosis opted to leave and go grind until he had enough magic defense to just tank the death touches, and his opponent opted to... Okay, thank you, Starman Zero, it was Tristal. Tristal instead opted to spend that entire period memorizing the encounter table for that floor to figure out how to burn encounters off to fight the Medusas, or to avoid the Medusas, and there's our key.
Sky 3, Sky provides.
Yeah, I was going to say, Groggy pointing out, and that's what I thought, that was the last box in this dungeon. Angel had to open all of them, and Rubes almost certainly will too.
This is why I personally skip opening the boxes on Sky 2, because they're just so spread out.
Yeah, I'm definitely on team Sky 1, Sky 3, Sky 2. Like, if you find your incentive item on Sky 3, then you don't have to deal with Sky 2.
Also, we have Angel on the Bridge of Destiny. Let's see if we get that robot chicken.
Yeah, these runners did not opt to make the War Mech mandatory, so we kind of have to hope that the dice gods provide. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no.
He's not stone yet. He might have a chance to get away. Never mind.
You just had... No, wait!
Slam got the ribbon.
Is Glance Elemental?
I have no idea.
I still have Astral Esper pulled up. One moment. Yep, it is Poison Element.
Alright, and Angel facing off against Tia. Tossing out some nukes, seeing what we get. 144 out of that one. Tia retorting with a fire 2, because burn! 8 hits for 153 with that Masa. It seems like it got a little bit of absorb there. Lit 3 coming out, 41. That's a mere tickle. 8 hits, 107. Ew, this Tia seems a little bit chunky.
Yeah.
Just matches everything else in the dungeon. Oh, and Tia now wants to hit you more.
Did Angel get the white shirt, or was that Rubes?
Rubes has the white shirt. Angel has not picked up the crown yet.
Yeah, I feel like this is one of those moments where Rubes is going to be very happy he went through that trouble.
Yeah, this Tia is punchy. Oh
no.
Yeah, I hate to see that.
So to answer the question, chat, what does the GR in monster names mean? And the answer is, yeah, none of us remember. None of us remember. That's why you always hear us refer to them as like Gurmedusas and Gur sharks, because everyone is too terrified to use the wrong name, so we just pronounce it as it's written and hope no one calls us on it.
I just prefer to think that they're angry and just grr, grr, grr.
It's entirely possible, but yeah, no. Maybe I'm just like putting my anxiety on everyone else who commentates, but I absolutely just use the Gur nomenclature because it's just like, I don't know if that's supposed to be a great shark or a gray shark or a
Greedy shark.
Yeah. I mean, I'm guessing this is supposed to be green medusas, but they could be great medusas for all I know, or they could be gray medusas, and the, developers just colored them stupid.
Grape medusas. They taste like grape.
But yeah, no, I just am of the opinion, I don't feel like remembering what GR stands for in all these different monsters. I'm just gonna call them Gur no matter what.
All right, I like Sleepy Osser's response there. GR stands for generally raging. That makes a lot of sense, honestly.
Yeah.
All right.
Anyway, Rubes going after Tia 1 has fast available. We know he's got the white shirt handy, although he's preferring power over defense for now.
Yeah, he's gonna need more tempers. Wonder if he actually bothered putting that power bonk on Griff, because that would be a lot of use right now. And it looks like he's preferring to temper up Biff too.
Yeah, I was gonna say, judging by the fact that he isn't using the power bonk, I'm gonna guess that it's on McFly.
Yeah, that's where it was before.
Yeah.
Oof.
So, the Power Gauntlet, for folks who might not realize, does cast Saber. Which is basically Temper, but better, but a self-cast.
Yeah, it's if I recall correctly, it's basically double temper. And Rowdy Roddy Sniper, I have to applaud you for that one. That's a beautiful thing that the GR makes the Gur Medusas the Grapes of Wrath.
Well, either way, Rubes has lit our first orb just shy of the hour mark, and we still can't actually get into Sea Shrine. Rubes, going to go ahead and do Volcano, it looks like. Might be thinking of getting that black belt ground before going after the others.
Or maybe he's just like, man, that Tia fight sucked. I'm gonna go beat up Carrie. She's always one to beat up.
Hold on. Alright, y'all, you cannot use the Nintendo Power Strategy Guide as a reference in this matter. Like, I'm sorry, you can't ever trust the Nintendo Power Strategy Guide for Final Fantasy 1. That's like Rule 1 of Final Fantasy 1 Club.
Well, for the names, I would trust them on that, because at least they've got that. But for the formulas, oh, no.
Okay, I wouldn't even trust them with the names, to be completely honest.
Yeah,
No, look, the only reference guide I trust is Astral Esper's Game Mechanics Guide.
Well, yeah,
or
that's
actually
why
looking it up in the code.
Well,
if I can't reference one of those two things, I don't trust it.
Yeah, that's why I was saying, it could be potentially useful for names, but yeah, not for formulas. Or for what the stats did, because it may have said, this is what the stats are supposed to do, and then
or what the spells do.
Yeah. And yeah, Angel gets props for remembering where all the goodies were hiding out in Sky.
I mean, he's seen them enough times.
Well, not on the second.
I had to.
Not enough on this. I hadn't seen them all on the second and third floor a whole lot. And it looks like Carrie's gotten turned into a pile of paste about the time that I blinked.
Yeah, we're kind of past the point where Carrie is a problem. So
yeah, Angel picking up the key and the ribbon and the masa and leaving. I'm wondering if she's going to go back to res that downed fighter the downed black belt she's got.
You mean he?
He, yes. For some reason, Brain always thinks she, because voices are weird sometimes. And the voices, I should say, the voices in my head are weird sometimes.
Yeah, there were about 4 different things I was trying to figure out what to say there, and I couldn't settle on any one of them. Anyway, so Rubes making interesting play. Gonna go ahead and do Earth Cave now, and then go start cleaning up the key items to go find the Oxy Ale.
I can understand that. You're a little over an hour into seed. You're getting a decent power level right now. May as well take out the easy fiends, especially after that sky. And at this point, I would consider it stress release to go through and just crush the smaller fiends.
You realize that this is the kind of situation that leads to, like, Lich 1 having first round nuke, right?
Shh. I want to see the speed bump hit back.
I mean, it wouldn't matter anyway. With Rubes' health right now, even nuke is not actually a threat.
Look, maybe we'll see first round nuke, second round nuclear, third round tornado. I don't know.
I don't think that the Fiend 1s can have nuclear. Or tornado, actually.
I was thinking Lich 2.
And Link shot sweeping in to let 8 know that Saber's
All right,
only 1/7.
16 versus 4. For some reason, I thought it was like 28, because, numbers are things.
Well, so I think the reason it feels that way is just because, like, I don't know where I was going with that. Actually, no, I know. I think I can tell you why. So 16 versus 14, if you think about it, that's 2 16s gets you 32. Versus the 14, which... No, I don't know where I was going with that. Anyway, we're going to fight Lich now.
Yeah, also for me, it's because in my own personal seeds, I tend to roll a lot of spellcrafter seeds, so numbers don't stick well for me.
Anyway, Lich is dead.
Blink, wait, where was the Lich at? I don't know, man.
Yeah, he was in front of the orb. Anyway, so... Yeah.
Alright, let's hope for the canal. Come on, canal. Come on, canal.
Right... Well, 10 minutes ago, since this is on delay, Rubes was thinking... come on, Oxy Ale. Come on, Oxy Ale. Come on, Oxy Ale.
Yes, but I'm a horrible person.
Yeah, no, I'm pulling for the canal too. I want to see Ice Cave, but we will not see Ice Cave today. There is our Oxy. Well, no, we will not see Ice Cave today. Our loot is in Sea Shrine. Excuse me.
Yep, and Rubes now going for Onrat Continent after going for promotion. Shooting the normal orthodoxy and actually promoting with a black belt.
I mean, his black belt has pretty good levels, I think.
I don't remember what level it is, but also at this point, I think the black belt is a secondary damage dealer to the fighter right now. The black belt's just going to be an ablative meat shield.
Throw the white shirt to the fighter. I don't hate it.
Yeah, no, this is what looks to be me as, all right, the fighter's going to be the main on this one. The black belt's going to be there to absorb some damage. That's it.
Yeah. Well,
no punch cannon. Didn't want to grind for it. Can't blame him.
Well, I mean, I think he's still got that black belt in the mid-20s already. So, he's going to have some punchiness to him. Like, once you get a black belt above, say, level 23 or 24, you at least are getting, comparable damage to a fighter with, like, a mid-range, yeah, level 27, yeah, okay, he's fine.
Yeah, it's 6 hits right there. That's
6 hits. That is the equivalent of getting 6 swings off of an ice sword with that black belt right now. So he is fine.
Yeah.
And
And as for the spells that the knight just got access to, I don't remember except not Fade.
I think
that's it.
Yeah, Cure 4 and Life, I think, are available to the knight. Cure 4 at level 2, Life at level 3.
And Trip Hippie, the reset encounter manipulation is just to try and burn off those rapid encounters that come up right after you've done a hard reset. And it's, in many cases, quicker to just reset. If it was like, okay, I saved 2 steps ago, here's an encounter, I could run from this, or I could just reset and move on to the next encounter.
Yeah, I think specifically Angel maybe trying to manipulate those slimes out of his way.
I can't blame him there. Those slimes are a kick in the pants.
Yeah. But either way, he did get the key out.
Yep, so he's going to go pick up the Royals' old scuba gear.
Mm-hmm. So at this point, he does hopefully remember he never turned in the crystal.
Yeah, because this would be an optimal time to do it.
Yeah.
And he didn't.
That is unfortunate. Oh, but that is a +3 Aegis shield.
Combined with the dragon shield, or the dragon armor, that's pretty much most of the elements protected from there. Toss a pro ring on that fighter, and you got death protection too. You've got yourself almost a ribbon.
I mean, that's the best you're going to get on that fighter, because... oh, life was level 4. Never mind.
Yeah, the fighter doesn't want to have the pretty hair bows.
Oh, no. The fighter absolutely wants the pretty hair bow. He's just not allowed to wear it today.
Despite the fact that it looks like the fighter has hair, that's actually a helmet. The fighter doesn't have hair with which a ribbon can be attached. I speak English.
Hey,
Ooh,
+3 defense sword.
+3.
So, Angel, diving volcano. I presumably on the same rationale that Rubes did of, I need to do something that doesn't hate me.
Yeah, pretty much. I am going to go beat up a fiend who is nice and soft, or I can just take out these frustrations.
Alright, and unless... Yeah, okay, so Rube still needs to check the actual Sharknado room. But it is looking like we are probably... Oh, you've gotta be kidding me!
Oh, that spike tile. Oh, that spike tile. But when Angel steps on that, I can imagine he's going to have, like, flashbacks and start twitching. Like, no more slimes. No more slimes.
I didn't see what was in that box, but I assume it wasn't the loot, so we are going to have to pop on over to Mermaid's side to actually get our instrument today. But yeah, poor Angel.
Yeah, those slimes are... Oh, those slimes.
Because with that randomized incentive chest location, he's going to step on that tile. Like, in a seed that has the more traditional incentivization, where it's just, you know, the incentive item in Sea Shrine is in the slab chest. The only time you see runners step on that tile is if either Better Trapped Treasure is on and they want to see what's back there, or they're looking for a grind and check that tile to see what they can see. I don't know if Rubes has the fun instrument flag on Jed Levi. But yeah, like Hate just wrote in chat, the one of our what we call fun % flags, which are basically cosmetic changes that do not affect RNG, with a couple of exceptions, is basically multi-instrumentalist Sarah, which will change the name of the loot to be some other instrument that still fits in the name field. But that is a per runner thing as to whether or not a given runner will use that.
And Rubes has just lit in his 4th orb at the 1 hour 12-minute mark after just having crushed Kraken 1 into a fine mist.
Yeah. So Angel at this point doesn't have the rod, so can't do Earth. Doesn't have the Oxyale. Or no, does have the Oxyale, so can do Sea. Can do Air, but very
Probably
obviously
doesn't want
does not
to.
want to.
Yeah. And it doesn't seem as if he remembers where the crown was at. Which is a bit of a shame. Because, well, he's got the cash for it now.
Well, it's mostly a shame because we know that this is a wild goose chase.
Yeah. And as much as I enjoy watching the runners suffer, it's only up to a certain point. Like, I enjoy watching them suffer in dungeons. Watching them have to chase things around makes me sad.
Yeah, I'm of the same opinion. It's fun if it's them struggling against what they have to do. It's less fun when they're running around doing something that they don't have to do. Like right now, what's happening to Rubes? This is hilarious, because he cannot find this loot.
Yep. Let's hope it's in TFC, because that'd just be great.
I'm pulling for TFC North, personally.
Yeah, that's the most annoying chest to get to, I think. I mean, I honestly think that one is... That is my own personal TFC.
Yeah,
the one
no, like...
locked is annoying, but yeah, that one is... Ugh.
Yeah, both have claim for being super annoying. I just feel like North... there's the loot.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I just feel like North is... So the thing about that floor between the Fork and Mermaids is just... There are ghosts on that floor. I don't care where you are in the seed. You don't want to fight ghosts.
Ghosts hurt. Ghosts always hurt.
Ghosts have, I want to say, one of the highest attack scores in the entire game.
I believe they actually rival Chaos. So yeah, ghosts hit hard.
Mm-hmm. Even if the randomizer rolls down on ghosts, that's just bringing them down to, like, a normal monster's level. So, anything I can do to minimize the amount of time I spend... This floor that Angel's on, and the floor that Rubes was just on, I'll take.
Yeah, those ghost floors suck.
Mm-hmm.
And it looks like Rubes, having grabbed the loot from the mermaids, because mermaids don't need musical instruments. What, they're going to try and play it underwater? Psh, come on. Yeah.
They just want to be where the people are. Want to see them dancing. Walking around on those, what do you call them? Oh, feet.
That's if they survive my trip down there. I prefer to turn them into bubbles, because that's their inevitable fate anyways.
I mean, I guess it does send them up to where they walk, up where they run,
up where they
stay all day in the sun.
Up where they evaporate when they are exposed to the sun, yeah.
I just wish I could be part of your world.
And I think we may have broken DVS a little bit there.
Look, DVS knows what happens when they let me on the mic. This shouldn't surprise him.
Yeah, it's kind of a thing of beauty.
Alright.
And looks like Rubes skipping over grabbing Cure 4 for the night and just going, you know what, let's run.
I mean, in all fairness, that red mage is really hard to kill at this point.
630 hit point red mage, and then the 33 hit point meat shield.
Yeah, when your red mage has more HP than your master, I think you're safe not putting the Cure 4 on your knight. That red mage is not going to be dying easily. Because I think he also has the ribbon, so...
Yeah, he does. And It looks like Angel is about due for an encounter with those slimes. I'm sorry for laughing, Angel, but oh man, those slimes. Like, I could hear the screaming from where I'm at.
Yeah, so on a different note, so Trip Hippie asks, does the point to the next random number not reset when you hit the reset? Because that's the only way it even makes sense. That is exactly what happens. So, if you watch a lot of Final Fantasy 1 Randomizer, you will hear the phrase hard reset. And is that an 8-pack of slimes?
8-pack of murder slimes.
Okay, anyway, you will hear the phrase soft reset and hard reset often. Hard reset cycle refers to the act of hitting the power button on the NES or NES equivalent. Soft reset refers to hitting the equivalent of the reset button. Anytime you power cycle in Final Fantasy 1, you reset the encounter table to the beginning. If you soft reset, though, the encounter table remembers the last position it was in. So, that's what makes encounter manipulation possible, is once you know how many steps off of power cycle you're going to see a given encounter, you can use the soft resets to remove encounters from the list. Because what'll happen is, you'll take a step, you'll get into the encounter, you reset, the game goes, oh, okay, the step that they are now on had a fight on it, so the next step doesn't have a fight.
Unless you're really unlucky, and then it goes, okay, the next step has this fight instead.
Yeah, I'm not sure if that's exactly what's happening, that if it's not resetting the RAM specifically. I don't know what's happening on the hardware end of things, but in essence, that's what's happening. Alright. So, while we were talking about encounter manipulation, Lich 2 died. No one is surprised.
Yeah, I thought I saw a Lich, but then I blinked and I didn't see anything anymore, and just saw Rubes on the fire floor.
Yeah. So, here we have Carry 2. Carry 2, I tend to be of the opinion that Carry 2 is the first Fiend refight you have to actually care about. Because yeah, that was 6 hits for 200 damage on the Knight.
Yeah, Carry 2 can hit kind of hard. But
yeah, that was 7 hits, 530-something damage.
Yeah, Carry 2 going, hey, all these arms I've got, they're not just for show. I'm gonna hit you a lot.
Oh, and she has Thunder! Great!
Well, then.
So, yeah.
Life and Cure 4. Make your own Cure or Life 2 spell.
And that's why I consider Carry 2 to be to be where the Fiend refights actually start to become dangerous.
Yeah, I've had Carry 2 do a number on me a couple of times. It's not as much as Kraken 2, because Kraken 2 is just like, where's the life caster? Oh no, you don't get that anymore.
Yeah, I think the Red Mage is still safe, Jed Levi. I think it's got enough. It's got enough absorb to be fine.
Maybe, depend upon how strong Kraken 2 rolls.
I mean, the better question is, are they going to get out of this water encounter without everyone dying? Laura the Synth asking how Angel wound up so far behind. So, the long and short of it is, Sky happened.
Death slimes. Angry metal slimes of death.
Yeah, the metal slimes, their first turn, they do Fire 2, and their second turn, they're either, well, yeah, their first spell is Fire 2, their second spell is Lock, their first skill is Glance. And they don't necessarily die to a nuke. So, Angel has, not had a great time. They're popping, they popped up in a few unfortunate places in the encounter table.
Like everywhere.
Oh, and yeah, the ambush. I forgot about the ambushes.
Sneaky slimes.
Oh yeah, and the one time he got to Tiamat, she
Tia's
pounded
made
his
a
party into gravy.
yeah. Tia 1 is a very meaty fight, and
So
kind of
okay,
hits hard.
can we stop to appreciate that Kraken 2 didn't just one-shot the Master?
How the devil did that happen? Oh, it was a spell. That's how. Never mind.
I'm pretty sure it was a punch from Kraken 2, but...
Well, no, that was the low-level Master.
Oh, no. The upper-level Master took a hit for like 400 damage instead of the deletion punch from Carrie.
All right, I missed that then. My bad.
Yeah.
All right, well, it looks like Rubes is getting ready to hit Tia 2. Let's see how Tia 2 rolls.
Yeah. Yeah, this has been, aside from, like, Carrie 2 just deciding, I'm going to make you sweat a little bit, this has been a fairly soft set of fiends. Like,
Yeah.
the slimes have been way more intimidating than most of these fiends so far.
Yep. And there's part of me that wonders why since it seems that he is actually using Biff to do the main damage, why Biff doesn't have the defense sword to use. Kraken 2 coming out with some damage poison, getting punched for 11 hits for 692 points, and tossing a lockdown just to get maybe that last hit in there too.
And Fire 3 takes down the Master, wasting a Cure 4.
And now it's just back to the night. Swingy swings.
Yeah. Next hit
And-
does the job.
Yep. Once again, make your own life 2 spell.
Yeah. Just enough Cure 4 to... Alright. So, we are now to Chaos, as Angel is going to be collecting his loot. Hopefully he remembers Matoya before he goes dive ice.
Aw, both runners just stuck with the basic loot. I love having the multi-instrumentalist flag set, just because I like seeing all the weird instruments. Anywho, on to Chaos. Alright, we're getting a white shirt. Buffed is doing nothing. We're getting a power bonk out of Biff, and we're getting a fast on Biff. Getting a little dodgy there, getting a little stronger, and getting a little faster.
Yeah.
And getting a little punched. 208 or 228 points of damage.
Yeah, Chaos leading off with a punch, and then Ink.
Let's see what we got here. And Ink did not matter. Still got hit 12 times.
Going ahead and throwing the Cure 4 on to undark the Master.
Well, and to, undo that hit. Another white shirt out, up to, this will be the third stack when that one goes off. And Buffed somehow survived a punch from Chaos, having, a couple of stacks of evasion. 12 hits for 805 points damage to Chaos there. Swing and a miss by Chaos. Free turn, 12 hits, 694, and everybody else is just sitting on their toes right now.
Yeah, just let the Knight and the Master do all the fighting. And
598.
that is a dead Chaos.
So get your GGs out and chat for rubes000 with an official racetime.gg time of 1 hour, 25 minutes, and 51 seconds.
And we'll see if we can get him in here to have a little bit of a conversation.
And Angel continuing forth. Just pick up where Angel is. Looked like heading back to his airship. Having lit the fire and water orbs, is he going to go try air again? Or is he going to go turn in the crystal? Pick up the crown. Let's see where he's going. And yeah, Starfall Infinity pointing out in chat that Buffed somehow lived to see another day, which was kind of a shock because I think it was level 6, 7.
He had like 150 HP when Chaos punched him, so...
Yeah, level 6 or 7. Angel looking for the vendor item, forgetting that it's in Elfland. That's a shame. I hate forgetting that.
Yeah. But that doop doop sound, I think means that Rubes is with us, but he is currently... There he is. Hey, Rubes. GG.
Yeah, GG Rubes. Well done.
GG, thanks.
And it looks like Angel has forfeited from the race at the 1 hour 27 minute mark. So go ahead and get your GGs out in chat for Angel sticking through the slimes of murder and death. Gonna see if he wants to join us in chat for an interview or not.
Yeah, well, either way, we do have Rubes with us. So, Rubes, what are your thoughts on slime?
You know, it was funny. I said in the race room before we started that DDS had something out for me. He was going to get some revenge on me for the Tournaments of Hope match we had a few months back, and he did it with slimes. They were awful.
The worst part is the collateral damage, because Angel made some different decisions from you and made some plays that could have worked out pretty well. But basically every time he went into Sky, he ran into slimes, and the slimes just decided he didn't get to go any farther in Sky. And the one time he did get to Tiamat, Tiamat decided he didn't get to light the orb. So he kind of was kicking around for a while, and the end result was just kind of, well, there were a couple other miscues, but the long and short of it is the slimes pretty much did the job to him.
Yeah, those slimes were mean. Though I do have to ask you, how do you feel about cats in boxes nowadays?
Well, I have 3 of them at home, but I guess they're not the ones that showed up today.
Well, I bet you don't keep the cats at your place in boxes either. So you know.
Cats
they do as they please.
Yeah, cats will just go into boxes of their own free will. But, now what was I gonna say? Yeah, so, you start off with a crystal and a tail. Did that give you any hope that you were going to see a floater inside the first 15 minutes?
I was just worrying about how the best way to get to Bicky, and then get all the turn-ins done.
Yeah.
And luckily, they had the ship at Crescent Lake, and then when I get to Bicky and I see he had the floater, I just rolled my eyes hardcore.
We had a little bit of fun with that in chat. The other thing that I enjoyed seeing right off the bat, hey, here's level 1 Fade. Guess which slot it's in?
Yeah, I was like, oh boy. This is not what I want to see.
But then you got second level Nuke, so who cares?
Luckily, Nuke rolled level 2.
Yeah.
And just heard from Angel, he's going to be opting out of the interview, which, honestly, after what he went through, I can't blame him. He put in, at least to my eyes, a darn good effort. And
yeah.
I want to say thank you to him for putting up with it as long as he did, and for just making it an interesting run, making it an interesting match.
Yeah, don't forget to follow both of these runners if you haven't already, because y'all were handed I wouldn't quite call it a dumpster fire, but a recycling bin full of paper that someone threw a cigarette into and it wasn't quite out and something caught, and it's not like a fire, but it's also not pleasant, and you still need to go get the hose.
Yeah, that was an entertaining run for us to watch, and you have my sympathies on how that scene rolled. Oh,
actually, so here's another how'd you feel question. You get to Sharknado room. You go to step on the tile. Did you have a moment, or did your muscle memory just hit run, or were you still aware of what you were doing as you were hitting run?
Oh my god. All I could think of was, this is perfect. And of course nothing was behind them. And I don't have warp, so I gotta go through them again.
Yeah. Was there warp or exit anywhere that you saw? Because I don't think we saw it.
I never checked level 7 or 8, so I have no idea.
Yeah. So,
yeah.
All right. So,
if you don't see it, does it really exist?
So, to step away from your suffering for a minute, let's talk a little bit of strategy. So, you're getting toward the end game, and you make the decision to go class change. Was that essentially a matter of, my black belt's got enough levels to where his magic defense is good enough, and I want to have this equipment on my knight?
Yeah, that pretty much summed it up. I mean, I was very indecisive early on. Found it, but because I had the Masa, I just decided I'll 2-man it and two melee it, and and I decided before I hit Kraken up that I would get that dragon armor equipped, and then I found the Aegis shield, so it actually made it really worth it.
Yeah, especially with that inability, not allowed to equip a ribbon on the fighter for that seed. Which, if you go back and watch the VOD, you'll hear us also be very entertained by the world's beefiest red mage.
Yeah, after starting off as a piece of wet toilet paper.
Yeah, so you get started off with 1 HP, and then by like level 5, you're past everybody else.
Yeah, the knight eventually caught up, but it is a very interesting scene when you see someone with more HP than a leveled black belt.
Mm-hmm.
So, it overall was a very entertaining scene to watch. Just enough trolling to keep us entertained, but not enough trolling to where we started to feel bad for, enough trolling to where we started to feel kind of bad for y'all, but not enough to where it was like, to where we stopped laughing. Anyway.
Yeah,
I'm glad you were entertained.
So,
not enough to make us feel actually really hurt. But,
speaking of entertainment, we probably need to go ahead and wrap up, because over on RPG Limit Break right now, so about 30 minutes before this race started, I believe, Ale and Fizzlebeef had a match that tied. They finished within 2 seconds of each other. And they're having their rematch right now on RPG Limit Break.
It should be just starting or less than 10 minutes into the in there by now.
Yeah, so we would strongly suggest that everyone go over there, because, oh boy, that's probably going to be amazing. So, Rubes, any final thoughts before we get everyone out of here?
Don't do 4 Forest unless you hate life.
A very wise thing to say. Hate? What about you?
I love 4 Forest. Do it, do it, do it, do it!
And with that succinct summation of the duality of man, I would strongly urge everyone to follow the runners, follow the commentary team, Groggy Dog, who kept us honest, Hate, who kept me entertained, and, don't worry about the other guy, he's not important.
Go follow Will. He's a good entertainer as well.
And if you enjoy any of this and want to either try the randomizer or just keep up with all the crazy races we get up to, don't forget to join us over on Discord. And, if you're watching this on YouTube later, you don't necessarily have a link to our Discord, FinalFantasyRandomizer.com will get you there. And if you are watching this on YouTube later, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. SpeedGaming. They put up with our shenanigans way more than anyone should. So, everyone deserves a little bit of love. Let's put it that way. Now, let's get on out of here. There is hilarity going on. So,
Yep.
have a good night, everyone.
Good night, everybody.